just seems to me that we have this huge crisis in Washington right now. We've all been reading about it. And there's been no inaction. There's been no action. How do we get here? It's a complete system failure. And by the way, I'm not talking about the financial crisis. I'm talking about rebuilding the energy infrastructure of the United States.
Hours after Google unveiled a $4.4 trillion plan Wednesday to significantly reduce energy use in the United States by 2030, CEO Eric Schmidt explained the reasoning behind why the internet giant is proposing such a plan in a speech at the Commonwealth Club in San Francisco.
So why is Google doing this? Well, it's important to our business because we're a large consumer of electricity. And we're going to likely to consume more, and we want the prices to go down. So it's reasonable for us to do this. And indeed, we've been investing strategically. We have seen a total and complete failure of leadership in the political parties of the United States around something that is fundamentally in front of us. It's a fundamental challenge. It's an issue for us. It shows to me a lack of understanding of technology.
The Google plan aims to cut oil use for cars by 40% and dependence on fossil fuels by 90%, all by 2030. It calls for a smarter grid and touts about 1 million green-related jobs. Despite the hefty price tag, Google economics show a $1 trillion return in savings for the country.
The savings, $5.5 trillion. Okay, so let's go through that again. You spend money and you make money. That's sort of what I do. We actually end up making money because of the efficiencies that we're assuming. And you get those efficiencies, by the way, by using more gas-efficient cars, which are on their way. You get those efficiencies by using less expensive electricity, which is on its way. You get some of that savings by avoiding building the incredibly expensive plants that you no longer need. So the savings are real. And the costs are real too, by the way.
Schmidt says for now, Google is still focused on being an information company, but says you can expect to see them involved in the energy conversation somehow going forward. And he reminded the audience that building the necessary infrastructure, a smart grid to support alternative energy, sounds a lot like something the company knows well.
And by the way, if you do this right, sure sounds like the internet. Right? A set of cooperating networks where the traffic flows and the power flows, where people can connect anything they want. They can be a consumer as well as a producer. Well, that's something I can map to. And it created a tremendous amount of wealth for America, and I think we can do it here too.
In San Francisco, I'm Stacy Delo.